There's a lot of try and error, there's a lot of compromise, there's a lot of creativity. And so I thought I'd just sort of take you guys to how I care for my hair. So I'm going to talk about the products that I use. I'm going to talk about my regimen as well as how I style my hair, short-term protective styles and also long-term styling as well. So if you're interested, if that sounds like something you want to know, keep watching. Hi people, welcome back to this channel. If you're returning, I appreciate you, and if it's your first time here, my name is Faye. Get comfortable, and how do you do that? You hit the subscribe button. It's a red button below this video, absolutely free, and also click the notification bell to let you know every time I upload a new video. This channel is all about travel. I share travel stories, tips, inspiration. I talk about short trips that I take and long trips as well, like the one I'm currently on, living abroad. So I also have a lot of videos about living abroad, and there's a series on this channel actually called African Abroad, which is just all about like my life as a black person, as an African person living in Greece, which is where I am right now. So this particular video is all about the hair. It's all about how I care for my natural hair that rhymes abroad. So it's how I look after my hair here in Greece, in a country that isn't predominantly black, doesn't have a lot of black people, doesn't have a lot of black hair salons, doesn't have a lot of black hair products. So I just thought I'd do like a quick video. Some people have asked me about how I maintain my hair, and so I thought, why not just do a video all about it and give you guys all the tea, all the tips, and just let you know what I do, what works for me. And I'd also really love to know what works for you as well. So make sure you just hit me up in the comments. I love responding to the comments, and also give this video a thumbs up because it really does help support this channel. So first of all, about my hair, because we don't all have the same hair. Yes, it's natural, it's AFRO textured, whatever it is that you call it. And if you're really into curl patterns, my hair is 4C or 4B, somewhere in between 4B or 4C. I just know that it's natural hair. Some parts of my hair on my scalp tend to be more coiled than others. So that's just the type of hair that I have. It's also very fine hair. So if you like notice, I don't have a lot of hair on my head. I try to create the illusion of volume sometimes by just like having bigger curls in my hair and things like that. But it really is very fine and it's sparse. So it's the strands are thin, and it's also not a lot on the head. If your hair is like mine, you might find some similarities in our regimen, or I don't know, your hair could be a lot thicker. Maybe you need a lot more product than I need. I don't use that much product. So there are some differences. It's important to know your hair so you know what works, but I'm just sharing what works for me. And in case you find anything useful, I'll be glad. And like I said, just let me know in the comments what you relate to, what you find useful, or what you do for your hair. So first, let's start with the products I use. So I have them here, most of them anyway. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of try and error. I use a lot of like just ingredients that you'd find in the kitchen, like olive oil and stuff like that. But I try not to use too much product. Well, I really don't have that many options. So I'm going to show you what I use. I've been in Greece for a couple of months now, almost a year. So these are the things, these are like my staples and the things that I've been using. So I wash my hair every other week. I know with different people and different hair types, it depends. Some people wash their hair every 2 weeks like me. Other people wash their hair once a month. Other people wash their hair once a week. So it really just depends on what you're comfortable with and what your hair needs depending on your hair type. So without getting too much into that, I use shampoo. This is a shampoo I got at a local supermarket. You might remember this from a video I did a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to link it over here, but it was really just a video where I took you guys, I was showing you guys how I took down my 4 locks. I had installed a long-term protective style, which was 4 locks, and I had them in my hair before I came to Greece. And I did a video about how I took them down and how I like the process, what that involved, and also how I styled my hair after that. So if you're interested in that video, do go and watch it after watching this. So I use this shampoo. Why I chose this shampoo is because it's free of sulfates. So it's from a company called Nature Box. I hope you can see it, and it's a sulfate-free shampoo. Why that's important is because shampoo that doesn't have sulfates doesn't strip your hair too much. With natural hair, it's all about, a lot of it is about just trying to retain that moisture, and so I use this because it doesn't strip my hair too much, and I found that it doesn't. My hair seems to not have a problem with it, so this is what I use to wash. And usually after washing, I'll follow with a deep conditioner, and this is a recovery mask by the same company. I've been using this quite a bit actually. It's almost done if you can see. And yeah, I usually put this in my hair immediately after washing, and I'll leave it in my hair. I'll steam it, so I'll have like a polythene bag, and then I'll have a shower cap. I'll leave it in my hair for about an hour or so, and then I rinse it out. So that's for the washing. Usually after that, I will dry my hair with a t-shirt. I've read that it's not good to towel dry your hair because of the strands of the towel. So you know, with natural hair, you want to be gentler on those coils and curls, and so I usually use a t-shirt, just like pat it dry to soak out the excess water, and then while it's still damp, I'll use a leave-in conditioner. So this is Cantu shea butter leave-in. It's a really popular leave-in. I did not find this in Greece, so I bought it off Amazon. So some of these products, like the shampoo and the deep conditioning, I got here, but some of them I purchased them online and they were delivered to me. And if you are interested, I'm going to leave links in the description box. So if you do want to buy these products, if you want them shipped to you, especially if you're abroad, just follow the link and purchase using that link. I do get a small commission of the products that you buy. You buy them at the same price, so I get a small commission. So do tap on those links because you do support the channel. So yeah, so that's a leave-in. I love this leave-in. It works really well. It softens my hair even in between shampoos when my hair just feels dry. Sometimes I'll just put a little water on, and then I'll put a little leave-in, and then I'll seal it with oil. So yeah, that's for the leave-in conditioner. And then for the oil that I use to seal in the moisture, I use extra virgin olive oil. Being in Greece, there's a lot of olive oil, so this just makes sense for me right now here. As you can see, I've gone through this. This is a 1 liter bottle, but like I've gone through this bottle. I use it quite a bit. Sometimes I use it on my skin as well, which is why it has gone so fast. But I usually use this to seal in the moisture, like I mentioned. I also have a coconut oil that I found. So depending, some days I'll use the extra virgin olive oil, and some days I use the coconut oil as well. I also use the coconut oil on my skin too. I actually prefer the coconut oil on my skin. So lately I use this more for my skin, and I use this more for my hair. But either one works, so any other oil that you have. These are just the ones that are available to me, and they're the ones that I find myself using. Then I also purchased this oil off Amazon. It's a Jamaican black castor oil. I hope you can see it. This is really good for edges. So after I had those locks in my hair for so long, like I mentioned, my hair is really fine and it cuts and breaks easily. So I've read that Jamaican black castor oil is really good for damaged edges. So I usually put this on my edges, sometimes on my scalp as well. It's supposed to be really good for promoting hair growth and just repairing the hair. And that's what I use as well. I got this off Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description box down below. This is an argan oil leave-in treatment that I got from the supermarket as well. The difference between this leave-in and this leave-in is this one is water-based. So this one really actually softens the hair. This is more like an oil treatment. So sometimes after washing my hair, I'll use this leave-in, which is water-based, and then I'll sort of seal that in with this one, which is more of an oil. It can alternate with the olive oil, or sometimes I just use both, but I just use like a small amount of each so that I don't weigh down my hair with too much product. I also have this like little travel bottle that I use. This is usually, I use it as like a daily spritz. Usually not daily because I'll have my hair in protective styles, but just whenever my hair is dry and I want to refresh it and it's not time for a wash or it doesn't need a full wash, I'll use a spritz. So I just make it using water. It's like mostly water and then a little bit of apple cider vinegar, because that's really good for dandruff. My scalp tends to be very dandruff prone. And then I also put some oil as well, so that it also acts as a moisturizer. So I think that's about it when it comes to the products. These are the key products I use. I always use a wide tooth comb if I do need to like pick my hair. Usually after like having twists in, if I have a twist out and I want to pick my hair, I use this. I love this comb because of the size. It's very travel friendly, and it's just wide tooth and double-sided, so it's really good for picking. When I don't use the comb, I use my fingers, which is actually what I use most of the time and what I used to use before I actually found this comb. So that's it for the products. When it comes to styling, I'll usually have my hair in a bun. If I can find some pictures, I'll insert them in. I'll have my hair in a bun, and or I'll just do some simple style. Sometimes I have one bun, sometimes I have two buns in my head, but I'm just all about that bun life. I find it really convenient, and I can just have a bun, and then in the morning I'll just spritz it with some water and like put it back up. I always try to make sure my bun is not too tight, because again, not to put too much strain on the edges that I'm trying to grow back. When it comes to long-term styles, I love to have braids, but getting my hair braided here is really not an option. There are not that many options, and the few that I've seen, prices are ridiculous. So I'll keep the braiding for Kampala when I go back home. But usually, I mean, when I came, I had the locks, which lasted a while. 4 locks are great if you want a protective style that will go a couple of months and still look good. So I had the locks, and then other than that, I got myself a wig. So I'm new to the wig life. I'm not so big on wigs, but when you're abroad, trust me, a wig really can come to your rescue. So you guys have probably seen my hair in like the last couple of videos. I had this wig in my hair. I got it from Amazon. It was a really good deal. So if you want this particular wig, I will link it below. It comes in like a cute little box like this, and yeah, let me just take it out for you. This is the hair that I wear. This is the hair that I wear sometimes. So it's really easy when I'm in a rush, or when like my hair is in twists, or like bututwa, like knots or whatever, and I just don't have the time to try and style it. This is what I go with. Also, when I had a trip recently to Santorini and to Athens, I couldn't be bothered with styling my hair, and so this really came in handy. I felt like I looked good. I like the texture, the curl pattern, you know, it's close to natural hair, and so it didn't really feel like I had something so artificial on my head. So that's why I really love this. It was such a great find. I'm so glad I got it. Really great price. So you should check it out in the description box if you're interested. So that's really it. Those are the products I use. That's what I use to style. That's how I'm keeping my hair abroad. So those are my little tips, and that's what has worked for me so far. I'd love to know how you guys are looking after your hair, what works for you. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're interested in any of these products, particularly the leave-in, the Jamaican black castor oil, or this wig life over here that has saved me and just like made my summer basically, don't forget to just check the description box down below, click on the link and make the purchase using that link. Thank you guys so much for watching this video till the end. I appreciate you, and I will see you in my next video.